Once upon a time, in a lush jungle, there lived a mischievous monkey named Milo. He resided in a beautiful apple tree that bore fruits of a bright red color and were extremely juicy. Milo was known among the jungle animals for his playful nature and love for sharing his delicious apples with anyone who passed by. Milo was also known for his clever tricks and pranks that often left the other animals in the forest laughing or shaking their heads in frustration. One sunny morning, a cunning crocodile named Clyde came to the tree, drawn by the sweet scent of the apples. He looked up at Milo, his eyes gleaming with hunger, and asked if he could have some apples. Milo, always eager to make new friends, gladly agreed and tossed some apples down to the crocodile. The apples were the juiciest and most delicious he had ever tasted. Clyde was thrilled and thanked Milo profusely before leaving with a full belly. But as Clyde returned home to his wife, Cecilia, she took one bite of the apple, and her eyes widened with wonder. The apples were the juiciest and most delicious she had ever tasted, and she craved more. One evening, as they sat by the riverbank, Cecilia turned to Clyde and said,
"Darling, I have a strange request. I have a strong desire to taste the heart of the monkey who shares his apples with us. If I don't get to taste it, I fear I may not survive."
Clyde was torn, but ultimately agreed to fulfill his wife's wishes. The next day, Clyde returned to the apple tree and invited Milo to come home with him. Milo, always curious and being a trusting soul, agreed to accompany Clyde on his back as they journeyed towards the crocodile's dwelling. But as they reached the middle of the water, Clyde's true intentions became clear. He confessed to Milo that he planned to take his heart and bring it to his wife. Milo's eyes widened in shock and realized he had fallen into a trap. However, he did not panic and instead remained calm. With a thoughtful expression, he told Clyde,
"Oh dear Clyde, I regret to inform you that I have left my heart on the apple tree. We must return so I can retrieve it."
As they arrived back at the tree, Milo leaped off Clyde's back and scolded him for his deception. He called him the biggest fool in the forest and warned him to never try such tricks again.
"Thank you for the ride, Clyde. You have learned a valuable lesson today. Never trust appearances." "Goodbye," Milo shouted from the safety of his tree.
Clyde watched in astonishment as Milo swung from branch to branch, laughing at the crocodile's gullibility. Ha 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 ha. He realized the error of his ways and decided to never betray the trust of another creature again. The jungle animals marveled at Milo's wit and cleverness in outsmarting the crocodile. From that day on, they knew to be cautious of who they called friends, for even the kindest souls could have ulterior motives. And so, Milo continued to enjoy his delicious apples in peace, while Clyde and Cecilia earned to appreciate the value of honesty and goodwill in their relationships with others. The monkey and the crocodile had both learned important lessons about friendship and trust, making the jungle a better place for all its inhabitants.